Living the van life through the winter may not be as difficult as you think. Stick around, I'm going to explain to you why here on Throwback Chevy.
Things I said, I sometimes think my soul is dark and dead. The moon above this prairie town is brilliant, bright and shining.
Greeting, folks. Michael Coughlan here. Welcome to Throwback Chevy. It is the dead of winter in Canada. And by that I mean minus 20 degrees. That's in Celsius for those of you on the empirical scale of things. That'll be about minus 4 degrees in Fahrenheit, which I came by courtesy of Google. So thanks for that calculation, Google. Very chilly to say the least, but I am extremely comfortable. In fact, I'm wearing a t-shirt, as you can see, and that is mainly due to the fact that I have a wood stove in my van. As I've made a video before, some of you may know that. Absolutely imperative in this kind of weather. I dock at work very often, and at work I'm lucky enough to be able to connect to the shop via a robust extension cord, so I can use electricity in some cases. And I have an electric space heater, which you might be able to see here, which works quite well. And it's in fact usually enough if I'm docked here at work. But when you get to the minus 20 side of the coin, you need a little bit more. I certainly think I could survive with just an electric heater in this kind of cold, but I would be bundled up in my sleeping bag with a number of pairs of socks on and that sort of thing. But I'm really quite comfortable, and the beauty of the wood stove, of course, is you don't have to be docked. You don't need electricity. You can just burn wood and be quite content. And I'm working on some sausage again. And that's half the fun. Doing coffee. I just had a fried egg sandwich this morning with English muffins, and absolutely delicious. It seems like it tastes better when it comes from the wood stove. I'm under the weather. You can probably tell by the sound of my voice. It seems all my friends are in this kind of shape right now, but hopefully we'll work through it and be okay. I'm growing a beard because, again, as some of you know, I'm an actor, and I have a shoot coming up in which I'm I guess a fishing ship captain, and I guess this is what fishing ship captains look like. I'm going to do some exterior shooting on a fishing boat up in Owen Sound, and I imagine that will be quite cold. Hopefully I'm in the bridge, and hopefully there's heat. I know some of the folks who are on that shoot have to go in the water in the studio, however, in a pool of water, which I have no doubt will be slightly cold anyway, but it's not like they're going to be in the lake or anything like that. But still, it's going to be quite cold. But it should be a fun shoot. The project is called Marine Disasters. It's a docudrama series, obviously about marine disasters. Should be fun. Hence the beard. Anyway, other than that, I'm keeping busy with music. I've been doing a little bit of recording. More details to be revealed to you in the weeks to come. I've been getting into cryptocurrency a little bit. A friend of mine and I have been exploring Bitcoin and the various other alternate coins. What an interesting world. I may reveal a little bit to you about that in coming weeks as well, in coming videos. But I'm pleased to have relaxed over the holidays. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I'm certainly happy to be away from work for this period of time, although I did pop in today, and I have a little bit of working to do tomorrow. But hey, still enjoying myself, and things are nice and slow this time of year, which is great. I did busy myself over the holidays prepping and improving the van. And thanks to my friend Mike Crawley, whom has made cameos on this on Throwback Chevy before. And we cleaned my wood stove. It was not burning very well. It was very clogged. And you should really stay on top of that. It's really important. Fires can start as a result of an uncleaned and unmaintained wood stove. So we ripped this thing out, and it was quite a job. It came off its bolted down pedestal here. We took out the flue pipe and disconnected everything and just scrubbed with wire brushes and used various cleaning agents, and really now it works like it's brand new, maybe even better than it was brand new. I can't believe how quickly it fires up and how easily and how efficiently it burns. So I'm really happy for that, particularly at this time of the year. So that's been really cool. Also, the state of my van seats, the front seats, was dilapidated at best, and I found on the local Kijiji Classifieds, I found some old vintage van seats that were in tremendous condition. So again, with my friend Michael, the project was to refurbish these seats. And wow, Mike broke out the welder, the grinder, and it's a lot of fun to see what he can do with these tools in his garage. And boy, did he do a bang-up job here. Take a look. So this rotates, and that was part of the custom job. And there's two of them, but we only had time for the one, and we're going to get back next week to the other. But absolutely stupendous. It's amazing. We painted the bases. They were actually blue. We painted them brown. But I'll put up some pictures of what the old seats looked like, and of what those seats looked like before they were installed. But can't say enough thanks to my buddy Mike Crawley. He's made appearances before on Throwback Chevy, and I would be in a tough place without his help. So thanks, Mike. Excuse me. Just to get back to vanning in the winter, not a lot of people can do it. Nor would a lot of people want to do it, but I enjoy the adventure of it, and I just wanted to make this video to show you that while it is minus 20 degrees outside and there's snow everywhere, you can enjoy a quality of life that is nothing short of luxurious, and it's worth doing. Now I keep a store of wood, obviously, to feed the stove. There's a supply of kindling here as well, which I can just break up easily to help start fires. But it's really a tremendous feeling. There's a tremendous sense of freedom. You know, you're off the grid. I could go to any piece of private property and burn my stove to stay warm. I've done this in Walmart parking lots if I'm on the road. I've never had any difficulty. It's very romantic, you know, smoke coming from the chimney outside. It's fun to come home and see that burning. Really, really cool. So I would recommend it. I think I'm going to stay inside where it's warm while I'm feeling like this, try to nurse myself back to health. But I would recommend it. Don't let the winter in a cold climate deter you from living your free life the way you want. And I made this video so you can see how it's possible. And this wood stove cost me, I think, $500 brand new. And it's a really well-built piece. made in Quebec, and it's really wonderful. It works very, very well, and I'm very pleased now that it's freshly cleaned out. How tremendously powerful and efficient it is. I cut my wood up either by hand with a small hatchet, or when I'm at the shop here at work, I have a miter saw, I believe you call it. It's the one that goes up and down on a pivot, and the saw blade spins, and you can angle it and turn it and all that stuff. That works great for quick cutting jobs. You could buy camp wood at places like Canadian Tire or Walmart. Just whatever it is for a small stove like this, make sure that it's clean burning wood and an untreated wood. Like pallets, wooden pallets or skids as they're sometimes called, are good to burn usually. Usually they're untreated because they're made as cheaply as possible, so they don't bother with any agents or preservatives to add to the wood. Don't burn wood pellets in a stove like this, the Cubic mini wood stove. They are terrible for it. In fact, that's how I got into the jam that I got in. It was the beginning of this not burning well and getting clogged and airflow being restricted. And then I made a second mistake to compound matters. I got a creosote log that purport to help clean out your chimney. And for a small stove like this, that is a no-no. And it was so messy because of that, on top of the wood pellet burning that I had been doing. So now I just use, you know, real wood, maple, birch, hardwoods work the best, dry woods, and it's working beautifully. So I'm so pleased. But I just wanted to share that with you. If you do burn wood pellets, and if you do burn a creosote chimney sweeping log, you're in for a whole mess of trouble. And like I said, Mikey and I pulled this thing out, took wire brushes to it, scrubbed like crazy. We made a huge mess. It was a royal affair, but this thing is working great now, and I'm so pleased. So word of warning, if any of you out there have a small stove like this Cubic mini wood stove, don't use wood pellets, don't use creosote chimney sweeping logs, as they're sometimes termed. Let that be a word of warning. Learn from my stupidity, everybody. Learn from my stupidity. I don't know what else to add. I think as things come up, I'll let you know. But winter in a van is a whole new take. You feel like an adventurer. And it can be very romantic. As you hear now, I think you may hear my sausage starting to sizzle. This is exciting. So there you go. Michael Coughlan here, Throwback Chevy. Thanks for joining me. And if you like what you're seeing from Throwback Chevy, by all means, subscribe, hit that red button, and I'll bring you some more interesting and unique video content. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Until the next time, see you later.